Hello there, Gustavo. Nice to see these essays from you. Good work. So let's get straight into them and see what you've written. Dear Sir, Madam, my name is Marina Machado, and I am a graduated architect from Sydney University. I am seeking for a job opportunity in my field. Please find attached my resume and portfolio. Okay, there are a couple of little problems, not something major, but a couple of little problems. So, for example, here we don't say I am a graduated architect. Instead, we say I am an architect with a bachelor's degree from Sydney University, or I am an School of Architecture graduate. You could say that as well, but I think the first one would have fit well. Then in the second sentence you have here, I am seeking for a job opportunity. Not exactly. Instead we say I am seeking a job opportunity. However, here you have to be, Gustavo, a little bit more specific because you're actually applying for a specific position. So, make something up. I am seeking, or actually even better than I am seeking would be, I am writing in response to the post on your website for lead architect, or something like this. Please find attach my resume and portfolio is fine. I have been looking to your website and I saw a job vacancy posted recently. I really admire your work and I believe that I fulfill all the qualifications required. Okay, so, here you mentioned it. But what happens now, Gustavo, is that you can see the paragraphing is a little strange. You've got essentially who you are and what you want in one paragraph, and then you say how you found out about the job. I don't know. The order of the sentences just seems a little like you could probably do it in a more concise kind of way. Okay, I really admire your work, and I believe that I fulfill all the qualifications required. That's fine. I am an expert user of Revit and 3D Max, and I have 5 years of experience. We don't need the of here. I have 5 years experience as an intern. In my previous job, I worked mostly with residential and commercial projects with an extremely similar role as the one published by you. Okay, again, this is just a little awkward. There's not necessarily something really wrong, but it's awkward. It doesn't sound like something terribly natural. And so it needs just a little improvement. Okay, so besides that, I really love architecture and I am very passionate with our profession. Okay, I am very passionate about our profession. Thank you so much for your time reading this email. If you are available, I am free to meet you in person anytime suits you better. Okay, let me finish the paragraph and then I'll give you my corrections. I would like to tell you more about my experiences and to show you the printed version of my portfolio. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right, so this part where you say thank you so much for your time, it's a little conversational. I know you're being polite, but it's still not the kind of thing that we say in a formal letter. Okay, and then if you are available, I am free to meet you in person anytime that suits you. And then full stop. I would like to tell you more about my experiences. It's my experience, not experiences. There's a difference in meaning, actually. And to show you the printed version of my portfolio. Now, one last thing, and I'll tell you some more details. So yours faithful should be yours faithfully, so double L-Y. Now, and then you don't need to capitalize the F. Now, a couple of things that I really, really want to talk about as a whole in this essay, in this letter, is first of all your paragraphing. Now, in task 1, paragraphing isn't super important, but you still do need to, have like a logical organization of your paragraph. So one way you could do this is by following the bullets. So if there's 3 bullets, you could essentially make a bullet for each. You can make a paragraph for each bullet. That's one way to do it. But I think you should be able to do this letter in like 3 paragraphs. So for example, 1 where you're saying who you are and why you're writing. okay? And then you can explain in another paragraph your experience, and why you think you would be appropriate for the job. And then another one talking about your enthusiasm, your passion, and so forth. And then you, just the way you did, I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. That would be okay. So that's one way you could organize this. Another thing that's happening here with this letter is it's really lacking some of these formal expressions that we use in a formal letter, and especially in a formal letter job application. Some of the language is semi-formal, okay, but really there's not a lot of it. One of the things that we use in formal letters is modal verbs. So I would like, could you tell me, I would be able to meet with you. So you do have things like this in one place, but that's pretty much it. So I think that one thing that needs to happen in this letter is it needs to include a little more of these standard phrases that we use in a formal letter. Okay. So those are the two biggest issues here for me. So let's look at your second essay. Okay, and here it is. Should humans adapt to technology, or should technology adapt to us? Is technology making us intellectually weaker or more intelligent? The new modern era in which we are living nowadays frequently leads us to discussions on whether technology is beneficial to our routines, as well as if it brings us any positive intellectual outcome. In my opinion, the technological advances help our brains develop and come as a solution to the many problems we constantly face. That's really nice. It's a solid introduction, so well done. Firstly, technology innovations must always evolve and adapt to our routines in order to keep its attractiveness. Okay, so here you don't want technology innovations, you want technological innovations. And bear in mind that this is your subject and it's plural. So here you're saying its attractiveness. So what exactly, whose attractiveness? The innovation's attractiveness? The attractiveness of our routines? It's not really clear, but in any case, it can't be singular because all of the subjects here are plural: routines, innovations. This is mainly because our routines are constantly changing, and the companies that do not follow the trends will eventually lose market share. Careful with your spelling. This is a different word. This is loose. Okay, you wanted lose with one O. Kodak, Xerox, and even Nokia are some examples of big companies that did not follow the new demands and habits of their customers. And customers is spelled wrong. Careful, this is a different word as well. And lost the majority of their sales to their competitors. Thus, it is clear that the always changing customer, you wrote costumer, but it's really customer. You have to reverse the U and the O. The always changing customer needs require companies to be fast in meeting new demands. Okay, there's something happening here. I'm not really sure what all of this means. Up to here I was okay. The always changing, okay. The always changing consumer needs. All right, first of all, it's not the always changing, it's the ever changing. And then consumer, not customer. So the ever changing consumer needs require that technology companies, technology singular, be fast, okay, without the two. And the reason why is it's because it's a grammatical structure known as subjunctive, so you didn't need the two there. To be fast in meeting these, plural, ESE, new demands. Okay, then. Secondly, people who are keener to learn and interact with new technologies usually develop their brains as a consequence. This is due to the fact that we need to always be learning how to use new products and softwares, what forces us to exercise our brain by taking them out of their comfort zones. Okay, I like the start of this, but something happened here. I think you mean which forces us to exercise our brains by taking them out of their comfort zones, and then that's fine. A new study by Harvard has shown that people who are more connected to technological innovations normally perform better in many tests, such, here you needed a such as, GMAT, and also IQ assessments. Therefore, it is possible to conclude that technology contributes to personal development. Beautiful. Really well done. Nice. So, to summarize, it can clearly be seen that technology should be changing and adapting to our needs and that it causes a positive effect within our brains. Well done. There were a lot of elements here that I really liked. There were a few things that needed to be corrected, but other than that, it was well done. So great job with these, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of your essays.